Hello guys, kumusta? Kumusta kayo guys? You know, I've got a bit of a tan. I just traveled short vacation to Cebu and Bohol. It was absolutely amazing, and I would suggest guys to travel now within the Philippines because airports are busy now, ferries, they're all loaded now with travelers and passengers. People are traveling, so I would suggest you do the same thing. Now, let's start our update with something that you would be surprised. Some unvaccinated foreign nationals were allowed entry into the Philippines. What? Yeah, I mean, we've all we've known is that foreigners who are 12 years old and above cannot enter if they are unvaccinated. That is, you know, the clear guidelines that we've been getting from the IATF since February 10 when the Philippines reopened. You need to be fully vaxxed to enter as a foreign national. Well, apparently, there may be some exemptions. Let me share the experiences of these two travelers. This is from Tamara. Tamara shared, unvaccinated here, just arrived in the Philippines via ANA Airlines. Chicago to Japan, then Japan to Manila. We're all unvaccinated, me and my foreign US citizen husband and our child. The process at the airport was very fast because we had all the papers. We had doubts. We hesitated whether we were going to proceed with our flight because all that I've read is that all unvaccinated foreigners not allowed to enter the Philippines. But we really just tried, and thank God we have entered successfully with my husband. Kasi I've read here na hindi daw pwede, pero sobrang smooth ng process sa airport. Yes, a family of unvaccinated travelers with foreign husband allowed entry into the Philippines. No problem. Tamara shared to me that she inquired with BOQ last March 17 and this was their answer. Thank you for your email. With regards to your concern, with the recent protocol in place, unvaccinated foreign nationals may be allowed entry to the Philippines provided that they are traveling with their Filipino spouse under the Balikbayan privilege. They're a citizen of a visa-free country, 1% a negative test result, you know, same thing, antigen or PCR. Please note that since the foreign national is unvaccinated, he will undergo the mandatory hotel quarantine and be swabbed on the 5th day. For further details, you may refer to IATF Resolution 160-P. Okay, well that's very different from what all we've known. Apparently, according to this message by the BOQ to Tamara, foreign nationals, unvaccinated foreign nationals who are traveling with their Filipino spouse may enter. And this is not just a story of Tamara. Let me share the experience of Joy. Joy is a Filipina, a Davaoeña who just went home to attend a family emergency. A Filipina, Joy, and her American spouse, both unvaccinated, successfully landed in the Philippines and have finished their quarantine in the hotel. According to Joy, we're already at home. We are vaccinated. Me and my husband, 5 days quarantine in Davao because Davao was their first port of entry. Joy said they booked directly with Singapore Airlines. Yan. Tamara with ANA and then Joy with Singapore Airlines, unvaccinated foreign spouse, was able to enter the Philippines. No problem. Smooth process at the airport. They just followed this protocol. They arrived and they underwent 5 days quarantine. They were tested on the 5th day, and upon the release of their negative test result, they were out of their hotel and then went home na. That was the protocol they followed. But so, unvaccinated foreign spouse of a Filipino traveling with their Filipino spouse or wife or husband can enter, according to these stories and according to the answer of BOQ in an inquiry. But why is this not announced in the IATF? Why don't they let the public know about this? Kung hindi pa sa experiences ni Tamara and Joy, we wouldn't know. And do other airlines know about this? We know ANA and Singapore Air, according to their experiences, they know about it. But how about other airlines? No? And how about unvaccinated former Filipinos? Could they be allowed to? How about unvaccinated foreign tourists? Could they be allowed to? Or is this just for foreign spouse? I mean, government, IATF, can you please make a public announcement whether who is exempted from the vaccination requirement? Kasi it's not fair naman if others don't know it. We don't know someone out there who has been wanting to travel to the Philippines but they are unvaccinated. Pwede naman pala. Let us know po. Make a public announcement. Parang wala nang announcement yung IATF. Yeah, parang wala na. O kung merong changes, let us know po so people can avail it. Unclear is unkind po. So this is what we asking for the government. Clarify po yun sa vaccination requirement. In other countries, there are a lot of good news. In Singapore, starting on April 26, starting today, if you're fully vaccinated, no need to show a negative test result to travel to Singapore. Sana all. While in Thailand, starting May 1 will scrap its test and go requirement. Meaning starting May 1, if you're fully vaccinated and you're entering Thailand, no need to have pre-departure test or on-arrival test. And they're also dropping some requirements. However, insurance stays. No requirement pa rin siya to Thailand. You need to have 10,000 na. 10,000 coverage. That's going to Thailand ha. Philippines has 35,000 requirement. And other countries like Greece and Switzerland have also removed all remaining COVID-19 restrictions from Monday, May 2. Starting next week, travelers to Greece and Switzerland, regardless of vaccination status, no need to show vaccination proof or negative test result. Wow, sana all. That's the goal. Good job, Greece and Switzerland. While I'm surprised Thailand that they're dropping their COVID requirements, no, if you're looking at the COVID numbers in Thailand, it's actually high. Like they're having more than 10,000 daily cases. In the Philippines, we only have like 200 daily cases. Pero we are stricter, yeah? Stricter only for entry. Pero once you are here, it's very relaxed. You should see the political rallies done by, you know, the politicians. You can tell it's very open. It's very relaxed here. No more restrictions. Just few restrictions left. The country, in fact, is on its way to full recovery according to the Bangko Sentral of the Philippines. Well, if we want to go to full recovery, then we must relax restrictions as well for travel to increase our tourism movement, no? We need to have a roadmap to recovery and allow all tourists. Right now, it feels like the Philippines is just waiting for another surge. What? Not really. People who are worried about what's going to happen after the election shouldn't be, guys. As long as the cases are low, yun na yun. Yun yung importante. They will not, you know, put again restrictions kung mababa lang yung cases. And even in fact, Okta research said that there may be increase in March, pero not high enough, no? But this is all our updates for today. Government, please po clarify yung vaccination exemption. This will help many travelers, many families. But I'll see you guys with another travel update. Stay safe.